first reunion of the LST 795. Henry and Donna Adams, Bill Broderick, and Hal Beeman.
Lord Lynch died.
If you want me to set that up, if you want me to take some, let me know and I'll take you.
I don't know what he was.
He's right at the end here.
Huh?
Lord been dead, what, 45 years old? That's the second class gun. Yeah, he's gonna document this.
You can stretch it a point.
Go back.
After all, it's a few years for you to remember.
You only counted.
They can't do anything to you now.
Now tell me, all right, there you were on.
Well, there we were. Jack and I were down on the tank deck. So how we going to load some of the supplies? 75mm ammunition, whatever, whatever. And the bow ramp was down, and this SWAT came up on the tank deck and said, "Can anybody come and help you identify this SWAT that's on the beach down? He's dead." So Jack and I happened to be handy, so we said, "Yeah, we'll go." So we went down the beach a little way, I don't know how far. In the meantime, there's a few things driving around us, of course, as the beach was pretty jammed then. And so we walked down with this Navy Corps man, and we looked down and said, looked at him, he was laying there. No, we didn't recognize him, because he was a Navy guy to begin with. So then we said, well, we better get back to the ship. So we started walking back, and just when we get back to the ship where it was on the beach, it was retracting and the bow ramp was going up, and there was a whole bunch of guys on gun type number 1.
Yeah.
They were all waving at us. Oh, and we were saying, "Jay, come and get us, come get us." But the ship retracted. Then we thought someone would send the small boat in after us to pick us up on the beach because there was still space. But in the meantime, another LST came in and pulled in. So then we walked down to the beach, and I was telling the guys earlier that we walked up to another ship, happened to be a Coast Guard ship, and said, "Our ship retracted and left us on the beach. Can you take us on board and get us back to our ship?" And you know what they said? "Where are your papers?" Yeah. Papers? Our papers are back on the ship. We were trying to get there. So then we stayed ashore that night, and the first night we were on shore, of course, being squabbies, we didn't know what to do. We had no guns, no nothing, no combat training to speak of. So there was an abandoned tank, or an alligator tank, up on the beach. So we dug a hole underneath that, and we crawled in underneath it, and we slept there that night. In the meantime, everything's going on around us. So then the next morning we woke up and we looked at the Marines we had put ashore. They were part of the 5th Marine Division, the amphibious corps. So we found the guys and told them about it. They said, "Where did you sleep last night?" So we told them, "Oh my God, don't ever sleep under a tank. That's the first thing they go over the water." So that day on we joined the Marines.
So you stayed with them?
Stayed with the Marines.
And you went back to Guam with them, or?
Yeah, well, we stayed with the Marines until Eugene was secured.
Yeah, well, we didn't stay at Eugene too long.
Oh, here we were going.
We were going that
We found that
next
out.
day or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Because I still think, because that Jackson, when he lost up on that, they said, "Get him out of here." That's when they sent us to the Philippines.
Yeah.
Did we go back to Guam and then?
Guam.
Yeah, went back to Guam. And then the lady.
Oh, you went to
Yeah, we
Guam?
went to the lady to pick up the
Guam and then
the
later.
Army, 77, that's right,
Yeah.
77.
Yeah.
Well, it was done.
Yeah, let him finish his story.
Oh, yeah.
So, there was one funny thing that happened to us. When we finally knew how to dig a foxhole, well, we didn't dig a foxhole, we dug a pit. And we found some, these runners they used to use to unload ships. We found about 8 of those. We put that across the top of this hole that we dug. And the second night we were in there was a bombardment coming on. And, the sky was lit up, star shells and everything else going on. So we heard this funny noise. So Jack and I uncovered the top of the hole, and we peeked out. And that day we had washed our clothes, and we had hung them on a rack, like a tree branch. We both looked out. We said, "Jesus Christ, Jack, there's Japs out there," because we smelled fish. You know what they told us about the Japs? You could smell the fish from their breath. So we scared hell out of ourselves and dove back in the hole. It was only our old clothes hanging on the branch. But that was the funny thing about it. But then after we were on the beach for quite a while, a few other interesting things happened. But we finally got a hold of the captain of the Marine Corps, and he went to an LST, who happened to be another coastie, and told him our story. And they took us on board, and then they took us back to Guam. And then from Guam, we got on an LCM, went through a typhoon before we got to the Okinawa, and we landed in Buckner Bay. Then we got on an Army truck, and we were covered with, because we had on the rifles, the helmets, we looked like Marines. Dirty, grimy. I think I had a beard when I don't know. Maybe I was old enough to grow a stomach. So then we crossed the bay, crossed Okinawa, onto the other side, and I don't know how we got in touch with the ship, but one of the boats came and picked us up. And we went out to the ship, climbed up the ladder, and everybody said, who the hell are these guys? Didn't really recognize them. Dirty, grimy Marine Corps.
Jackson was still the captain then?
Jackson was still the captain. Yeah. Because he put us up for summary court martial.
Yeah, I remember something.
And then a lawyer came to our defense, amongst other things.
And what was that other officer?
But that was the end of the story, though.
Yeah, good.
Okay, we got a mailgram from Harold Lee Glidewell. It says, congratulations and best wishes for the first USS LST 795 reunion. Wanda Joe is still in the hospital but doing okay. When is the date of the second reunion? Keep up the good work. Regards to all. Harold D. Glidewell.
You got your video?
Yeah, I got it.
You should get that.
Go and get another chair so you
All right.
Okay, you're right.
Used to this company we worked for. We made breakfast. And we had a warehouse and a bonding station out in first Naperville, and then
Check out the news, maybe check out the bedtime session. Her windows are now
End up making a board.
She's in there out all the time.
I didn't have
She went up past, she lives on, you know where Cliff Richards used to live? That's where she lives. She didn't get down there, so. Boy, she think of me.
Jackie Adams she ran away. She
If you let me have that thing, I'll take a picture of you.
and when he went into his neighborhood,
And that red light saying.
Hey, you said darn it, remember?
but pinch the straw so you can't drink it.
She had to take cotton from fixing the latest watch.
Is that right? She wants to take a picture of you.
Yeah.
A picture of Reddy.
That's my
This is a friend of his and mine. This camel weighed 250 pounds. Walk up the back or front of an automobile and pick it up. And that was I used to spend a lot of time around his house, and he and this fellow used to pal around a whole lot.
What were you going to tell
That's
them?
right.
Go on,
I was going to tell about the time the Georgia Railroad Bank put the first night depository in out front, so you could drop your deposits in during the night on Sunday. And lo and behold, the first day or two, somebody dropped a brick in there. And the president of the bank, Mr. Charlie Fennesy, knew exactly who did it.
He knew it was me.
And told Dad to get Charlie Whitney in there. He wanted to talk to him. And he talked to you too, didn't
Yeah, he sure did.
he? He finally assumed it was you, was it, didn't he?
Well, he tried to make it out of me. I denied it.
Yeah. But he's the one that did it. Dropped a brick in the night depository.
Inside the cotton exchange in Augusta, Georgia. Cotton Exchange in Augusta, Georgia. Savannah River, Augusta, Georgia. South Carolina across the river.
You can't even see the hotel when you get over there.
You can see better around the corner now.
A canal with the Savannah River in the background.
You know what it said? Those boys said they had nothing to do, so they were swimming on Sunday morning. When I first thought hit my
The
mind,
beginning of
why
the
didn't they do
canal
on a Sunday? Why didn't they
from the Savannah River. USS Augusta in the museum in Augusta, Georgia. DC-3 at the museum in Augusta, Georgia. August the 24th, 1993.